Hello everyone, Namaskar, Sat Sri Akal, and welcome back. As my journey of learning and sharing continues, I have chosen one of the most complex and controversial topics on schools of Hindu philosophy this time. As you can see, I had to grow a mature look to cover such a vast and a deep subject. So based on history, over 5,000 years before Christ was born, apparently there was a lot of confusion and cultural chaos in the society. This was mainly attributed to the misinterpretations of various teachings and methods. Such an imbalance in the society has led to the evolution of various schools of philosophy. As time has moved on, the confusion has amplified, and so did the crisis. In today's modern age, it's widely evident that there is minimal understanding on the fundamentals of any philosophy. So, as a baseline, let us understand that knowledge is essentially broadly classified into two categories: secular and spiritual at the highest level. All aspects of knowledge that contribute to a better understanding of the material world around us can be categorized as a secular knowledge. Everything else that relates to the subjective experience of reality behind the phenomenal world can be categorized as the spiritual knowledge. Under the spiritual categorization, it's very critical to understand the concept of theism and atheism. Unlike the conventional definition where the terms tie to lack of faith or a prophet, the meanings are much more deeper in this context. Two underpinning aspects that define the variations of theism and atheism: one, the divine truth, the Brahman, and two, the Vedic declarations. For my own understanding, I have created a logical quadrant that helps categorize these philosophies based on the two factors. If you look closely, Buddhism falls in the bottom left quadrant. This is because sage Gautam Buddha neither believed in the Vedas nor the Brahman. However, it's extremely important to understand and follow the Four Noble Truths and the Eightfold Path that he set out, which defines the Buddhist doctrine. As you move up the quadrant, Jainism believes in universal truth, but doesn't necessarily consider Veda's existence. Interestingly, there are a couple of philosophies that are the exact opposite, where they believe in the Vedic declarations, but not necessarily on one divine truth. Philosophies such as Tarka and Sankhya fall in that category, wherein there's a heavy focus on ritualism. Until the dawn of 8th century, where Adi Shankaracharya expounded the concept of Advaita, non-duality or oneness. This has become the epitome of spiritual knowledge, supported by the Upanishads and the Bhagavad Gita. Bottom line, I am no spiritual guru by any stretch, but this is a sincere attempt to provide a succinct view of a very deep subject. While it's extremely important to understand the fundamentals, how it applies to your day-to-day is the most critical. So synthesize, reflect, and recalibrate, and see how it applies while you're juggling between work, parenting, and life. So apply your own lens as you go through your journey. Regardless of whatever path you choose, we're all ultimately driving towards the same goal. Some may call it nirvana or salvation or simply happiness. So consider all of this as fodder to your mind. That, my friends, is a thoughtful bite for now. Thank you for watching. See you next time.